All right, we're back. We're on page 168, the first page of notes 14 of math analysis. And these notes are going to be about conic sections, so sections of a cone, whatever that means. But to really do any of the problems, you're going to have to be really good at completing the square. So this page is just a ton of completing the square examples. I wouldn't expect you to do all these. I mean, that's insane. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll do a couple just to make sure you remember how to do it, kind of go over how I like to solve them, and see that we're all on the same, kind of the same page to at least begin with. So I'm going to do number 1 to begin with. And let's see. So the first step is you want to get everything with an x together. So 3x squared minus 60x plus y squared minus 8y. And generally speaking, you want to move the constant over to the other side because it's just kind of in the way. So I've done that. Now I'm going to take out you need to factor out, well, okay, so you want to factor out. You don't really need to, but life is a lot harder. So we're just looking at the x's. What can I take out of the coefficient? So we want to leave the x squared, so I'm just going to make it 3, and then x squared minus 20x. Then I'm going to leave a space here, like this, I think. And then I want to do the same for y, but there's nothing to really take out. So minus 8y. And then I am going to leave a space here, though, and say equals negative 310. Okay. So far, so good. We group the x's. We technically group the y's. There was just nothing to group factor out of those. And now what we're going to do is complete the square. So to complete the square, you're going to look at the coefficient of the linear term. So in this case, it's negative 20. You're going to divide by 2. That's negative 10. Square it. That's 100. You're going to add that and subtract it. Okay, so that's what we did. We looked at the coefficient of the linear term, so the thing to the first power. Coefficient of that, divide it by 2, square it, add it, and subtract it. That's how you complete the square. Here, I'm going to look at the coefficient of the linear term, which is this. I'm going to divide by 2, that's negative 4, square it, that's 16, add that, and subtract it. So plus 16 minus 16. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this 3. These 3 things, the first 3, that should be a perfect square trinomial. So this will factor into x minus 10 squared. But then don't forget the 3 has to go and distribute there. So that's going to be minus 300. And then plus these 3 things should also be a perfect square trinomial. So that's going to factor into the quantity y minus 4 squared, and then minus 16 equals negative 310. Man, there's nothing approaching enough space for this. So finally, I'm gonna move all the constants to the other side. So I'm gonna get 3x minus 10 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals, so negative 310. I'm going to add 300, so that's negative 10. Add 16, that's 6. And so we get that. That is the completed square version. So for what we're going to end up doing, we need to do a little more, but right now we don't know what that is or why we would do it. So let's just leave it. All right, I will do, maybe, I guess I'll do 2 more. What do I want to do, though? So first, because there's just not enough space, I'm going to add a page, and then I'll work on that. And then, do I have this open somewhere? No, I don't, obviously. Hold on. Let me open this on my other computer so I can see what the problems are. I'm going to do this problem next. I'm going to do number 6. So I'm going to do number 6, but I'm going to do it on a different page. So let's see. Number 6. I have other videos, by the way, if you're looking for more on completing the square, because I'm kind of going fast, because this should be review. So 36x squared minus 25y squared plus 144x minus, plus 250y. And then I'm just going to move it over right away. 1381 equals 1381. All right. So step 1, rearrange 36x squared plus 144y. Nope, 144x. If I know how to factor this, like in my head, I will just factor it as I go. But if I don't, obviously I will not. 1381. So we have this. And now I'm going to take 36 out. Get x squared plus 4x. So I already know it's going to be plus 4 minus 4. Then minus 25. Y squared minus 10y. And then divide by 2 squared, so it's going to be plus 25 minus 25. And then equals 1381. Okay, so this is going to be 36, and then it should be x plus 2 squared minus 144 minus 25 y minus 5 squared. And now the thing you have to be really careful about is negative 25 times negative 25 is actually plus. So this is plus 625. And then equals 1381. Okay, so I get 36 x plus 2 squared minus 25 y minus 5 squared equals, so I need to do 1381. I need to add 144, so let's do that. 5, 2, 5, 1, I guess. And then subtract 625, 900. So equals 900. So for our purposes, we can stop here right now. In general, we'll be going a little bit farther with that. Now, one thing you might notice is that 36 times 25 is in fact 900. And that's like not really a coincidence, but it's kind of a coincidence. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop here. There are definitely other videos of completing the square. Let me just show you really briefly how you can use your calculator to do them so that you can check all of your answers. So if I go over here. All right, so I'm in the calculator page. Doesn't matter if you're in degrees or radians because there's no degrees or radians going on here. Go to algebra, choose complete the square. I'm in, obviously. And then, so I'm gonna do number 10 here, 121 x squared plus 49 y squared plus 968x minus 196y minus 3797 equals 0, comma x, comma y. That's what's going to do it. So comma x, comma y. We get this. So if we'd just done comma x, it would only complete the square on x, not on y, and it looks like a mess. If you only do y, it completes the square just on y, not on x. So we want to do comma x, comma y. I don't think the order really matters. Let's try yx. Y, comma x. Yeah, it doesn't even flip them or anything. So it like straight up doesn't really do anything. So you should practice. I wouldn't do all of them. I mean, that's insanity. But do enough so that you're like really, really good, because completing the square is like the first step before you can even do anything on these problems usually. So this is like hardcore prerequisite knowledge. So make sure you know this. I will be back in the next video where we'll actually start talking about conic sections. So I will see you there.